Super excited. I finally got my Delta Rockwell. The belts came in that I ordered. These are 120 grit. I'm using it to just sharpen up chisels, and then I use the felt wheel afterwards. This is everything I ever wanted because it's like a professional grinder, old school. I wanted a solid tool tray. These tool rests are just ridiculous. This right here, I think I'm going to be able to make something here for a tool jig or something like that. I'm pretty excited, but for now, I just wanted to do like a basic cleaning of it, figure out, how it works, get the belt on it. There's just little surface rust over here. This moves pretty easily. You just loosen it a little and go. I'm gonna replace the plug, I believe. Nah, yeah, it's not safe. Then we'll see how it goes. But for the most part, what I like to do is this is just simply green diluted. I'm not gonna go crazy. The simple Scotch-Brite pad with simply green. I found this machine like in really good shape. I walked into an estate sale with my boy Joe Ricky, and as soon as I walked in, I saw it and I fell in love. I thought it was the one that stood up with a better table, but it wasn't. But this turned out to be a better grinder for what I'm going to use it for Woodyah. So, you know, it all works out in the end. Yeah, there's my paper towels. But this thing was incredible. The house we got out of had some really cool stuff. And Joe cleaned up. It is great to have a friend, though, in the woodworking thing. We met on the Can I Have It tool auction website, and he was local to me. And next thing you know, we're like competing to get tools. And then we just started talking, and he's like the coolest dude. So, love you, Joe. Great guy. He sells good tools. He only buys quality. So if he's selling it, it's actually quality. So, um, because his father-in-law was a contractor or something, he's always yapping. And he said that they always buy good name brand stuff. So he has a whole yeah, enough about Georgie. This thing's beautiful. Yeah, I would just say it's like some surface. It is in good condition. I like these little handheld vacuums. It had like a vacuum attachment for the back, which would have been great right here, but I'm not. You could really get into here with like one of those electric sonic toothbrushes. And it would just get in here and wiggle everything out, a Dremel, but it's not that important to me. Figure one good cleaning before we use it. The first round is just basically scrubbing the garbage off. The second one will get a little bit better. True beauty. All right. So I'm rough. Some shit right there. So I'll probably do that with a razor later. God. Oof. That's nasty. It's not like a rough brush, right? So I'm not trying to scratch it. I would not want to do that. Really is the perfect brush. You should see the shit pouring out. Done. I'll come back. All right, I'm back. Last night I went ahead and I was trying to get this cleaned up. I think I did an okay job right before I started the video. I forgot to hit record, but I finished wiping it down. I got the belt on, but I'm gonna take it off because it's worth at least showing you guys what I had learned from it. But maybe I'll be able to do like a little sharpening too. I haven't done any sharpening yet, but so so I like the it's the Red Label brand, but this one's Deep Pros or Deer Foes. I'm not sponsored or anything by them. But I was able to get the machine nice and clean. This is really smooth. This is all moving nice and smooth and free. I was able to finish scraping the this part of it. General safety stuff with these types of machines, right? Because you can go out and you can find one of these machines, and it sounds like it's a great thing, which it is if you're going to use it. Um, but there is a lot of danger with this type of machine. I mean, these were made before like safety standards were in. So just general rule with this type of stuff. When I was doing the camp counseling this year, we had a smaller version of this, but nonetheless, one of these. And basically, when this is going, right, it's going to be spinning this direction. You never want to put anything on this side. Okay, you want to avoid coming where it's coming from because it's just going to lift it up and it creates an uneven area. And if you're not ready to go, it's going to happen, right? So you want to always put it here where it's going to eat the wood, right? That's what we're looking to do. We want it down there. Same with this here. You're always going to want to sharpen here, and the belt's going to come at you here. You never want to have to, like if you're on this side here, reach across to turn the switch on or off, right? Because this is a scenario where something could get caught. When you're using a machine like this, it is unforgiving. It is going to do whatever it's going to do. So you have to be careful. So I have a foot pedal on this, so I'm going to flip the switch when I'm ready. And then I have a foot pedal that turns it on and off, which is cool. Um, so with this, I went ahead, I vacuumed everything out. So it's ready to go. I mean, I just wanted to get this thing ready to go, so I had no doubt. When I get a new machine, I always like to take it off, put a new belt, oil it where possible, because you want to know like it's gonna go. I rescued an old Craftsman table saw, and I was worried like that maybe some of the bolts are rusted under it or something. So you want to know because when these things start going, they're either bolted down right or it's gonna fly in your face. So you want to make sure safety is definitely a thing. So without any further ado, this is the tracking knob here. And then there's another knob here, which sets the wheel forward and back. So that'll create tension on the wheel. You never want to go too tight because then things could bind. And you don't want to go too loose because when you put something on, these will keep spinning and the sandpaper will stay still. So it's like a delicate balance. And you want to make sure when this thing's on, the belt stays in the middle. Because if you have this knob turned the wrong way or something, the belt will come off or it'll feed into the machine and it'll bind up on the corner here. It could break something. When these belts are spinning, they're basically a saw on the side, right? So now we know the belt's going to come this way. I wanted this tool because of these tool rests. And for Woodyah, because I want to be selling very sharp blades, right? So when I saw this at the sale, I said, you know what? This is an opportunity for Woodyah to really kick it up a notch. So I'm very proud that I was able to get it. My friend Joe helped get this into the car with me. I'm eternally grateful. And this machine actually is more than that, because the guy that I bought something else at that sale from is actually training my son as a swimmer, because he came here. He was a cool welder. And I started just talking to him, and one thing led to another, and now he's training my son. He's an all-American swimmer. And Tyler, you're the man. So, so see how loose this is? Loose. All right. Now it's coming together a little better. We want to make sure it's tracking well. I want to do this before I introduce any power. I want to do this before I get any power on it. I think we're pretty good. So let's plug it in. I want to get my safety goggles. I want to make sure that before you do anything like this, you want to make sure you understand, like, another thing with proper safety, right? You don't want any a hoodie, right? You don't want any sort of hoodie, right? If you have a hoodie, those little things could go into here. If you have loose clothing, it could go into here and pull you in. Your hair, right? If you had hair, yeah, thanks a lot. If you had hair, you would want to tuck it into your back here, into a ponytail. You just want nothing. You want no reason for your face to end up into this machine. That's our goal. So I want to make sure live on this camera also my face isn't going to go on the machine. So you don't want to lean across and flip that switch, right? It's stupid, but I have the foot pedal. So let me get my gogs on. Pedal. Gradually increase. Mhm. Coming left. It's going right. Now it's going left. You don't want to overcompensate. It's just 8 little turns now. And use the coarse thread of the screw. And I'm looking here because that's where it's feeding. I could look here, but I'm looking there. I'm gonna look here because this is where the belt's gonna end up. Learning experience for me too. All right, I think we're good. So this is a 1 horsepower, 1725 speed, old as hell. And look at this thing. Yeah, beast. So now we're gonna let this thing go. All right. I want to set up this blade. I want to see if I could get this nice and sharp. So these are cool, man. These old bearings. I don't know if this is a Babbitt bearing or not. I don't know if I have to oil this. I'm gonna have to find out. But it does look like it's a Babbitt because it's got the that top area. So I am curious. I have an old Garland I rescued back there. That's also Babbitt, so that's kind of cool. And I think I have the oiler over there, or the pressure, the whatever it's called. So this is cool. So this, I basically just want to come here. I'm going to use the Lee Nielsen jig and just tap it. And then after I tap it, I'm just going to pick it up and get out of here. So I'm scared. I like this is scary right here for me because this is where my hand's going to be. So I'm going to have to figure out some other way to protect the back of my hand because it's terrifying. You only have, your 10 fingers and it's messed up. So you don't want to hurt yourself, right? So now that thing's plugged in. I'm going to take this off, start it up. Any angles off there? Yeah, I was taking a lot off the back. Forward. But that's sharpened really nice. Let's see this. So there's probably like Lee Nielsen has like a a jig like template for like inches or whatnot. So I'm sure that's all I just have to do is figure out how far I gotta do it, and then I could do this repetitive. But this is really one of the first times, if not. All right, I cheated. I tried earlier. But I didn't want to kill myself on camera. I recorded those if you want to watch me almost die. All right. Oh, even has the burr. Oh, that's nice. And it's not even hot. I expected it to be hotter. Mm, really, really nice. All right, cool. And I also made a little jig here out of one of these, so I could flatten the backs with this. How cool is that, huh? That's what you do with all the sanders that no one wants. You think about how you can use. Wow, this is really good. I even hit it with the leather yet. This stuff's jumping off me. Oh, it's really good. Really good. That's that. Really good. And then I would take this and I would hit it with the felt wheel and the leather wheel, and this thing would be so smooth. But my God, success. I love this machine. I think this is going to help Woodyah tremendously. My number one goal is to kick ass and make some blades. I want to keep woodworkers in the shop, and I want to make stuff that is going to get used and abused. Thank you. Any questions, reach out.